This is just a quick video after trying out two cubes. I didn't really have a chance to use them over a long period of time. I just did a few solves, so this is more of a first impression and not so much of a deep opinion. So first, the VIN 4x4, it's very solid and stable. It has a very glossy, smooth feel, and it's a bit slow, but I think a good loop job has the ability to make the cube faster than what it currently is, so I don't really think this speed is final. At first glance, especially from the promotional material, I mistook the VIN as having an Qiyi mech initially due to how similar the centers look from a diagonal angle, but the mechanism is actually very different. The Qiyi has a Meilong mech where the second layer shoots outwards into the first layer, and this has actually been a very consistent feature even since the older versions of the Qiyi, and is generally better for corner cutting. And this is evident in how much more fluid the Qiyi is compared to most other 4x4s. The VIN on the other hand has an RS3 mech. The centerpiece is squared off at the tip for extra stability, but the corner is hollowed at the same height where the square tip would be, preventing the tip from obstructing the reverse corner cutting. And overall, this is a really smart way to get the most out of reverse corner cutting and stability without the negative effects of squaring or rounding out the pieces too much. It's mostly an old technology that's been around in 3x3 for quite some time, but it's the first time it came to 4x4, and it's quite interesting to see it. The interior is much less interesting. It's just similar to the Qiyi with one bigger anchor deep inside and a smaller anchor slightly higher up. So overall, I'm currently not really a big fan of the VIN 4x4. I'm mostly put off by the size and the overall heavier weight and feel, even though this cube does have a weight similar to the MGC. I can see how someone with a more aggressive turning style can benefit from this cube, and some people have also said that this is the sequel to the MGC since it does have similar handling, and overall it's also slightly higher quality from the plastic itself. So if you enjoy a bigger medium weight cube with higher stability, this might be your go-to option. Next I have the Qiyi M Pro. This cube is fast, light, has slightly sandy feel, and it's very small. In fact, the size is the main reason why I'm eyeing this cube. So stacking up both the new 4x4s against the Meilong, the VIN is the biggest at 60mm, followed by the Meilong at 59 and the Qiyi M Pro at 58.5. The mechanism of the Qiyi M Pro is quite typical. Again, two anchors where the inner one is big and the outer one is much smaller. However, what's unique about this cube is how the pieces are hollowed out, which is mostly of a very vertical nature, which I think is quite smart because these faces don't actually interact with anything. The faces that actually rub against each other or hold down neighboring pieces are smooth and solid, while the non-critical faces are removed to lighten up the cube. This is in contrast to the Meilong, where the pieces can be hollow on one side and solid on the opposite side. This still gives a smooth cube, but is overall less consistent and symmetrical. So overall, I like the Qiyi M Pro quite a lot. I prefer its size over the Meilong, and also the lightweight, and I even got a 33 off camera. The Qiyi M Pro also has pretty decent mod potential, since it's probably possible to design and print a piece to fit inside the mech torpedo and essentially make core magnets with repelling edge magnets.